Welcome to everyone joining us again for another video from Eagle Mountain City. Today we have with us Mr. Aaron Sanborn, our Economic Development Director.
Good to be here.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for being here. Of course, economic development is at the core of everything that happens in the city because regardless of, whatever fun thing you'd like to see in the city, there's got to be a way to pay for it. And that's certainly the avenue to do that. Plus, economic development brings so much life to the city in just making, goods and services more convenient and, not requiring people to drive as far.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. So, Aaron, update us on what's happening in economic development.
Yeah, the great thing with economic development here in the city is that it never stops. There's always something going on. We're in a great time in Eagle Mountain's history where there's just so much development happening. I mean, recently we saw Cascade Collision, open up their doors for the first time. We saw down here in City Center, Little Caesars opened up. We have another Great Clips opening up, and some awesome businesses. A place called Summit Spa and Float opened up in the ranches, and there's a lot going on in the city as far as new businesses. And you drive around, and everywhere you look, there's a new building under construction. And so there's be a lot of new announcements here in the future of openings, and we're really excited to see all this going on throughout the city.
You mentioned Summit Spa and Float,
yeah,
right? That's I'm just going to single them out because the level of businesses that we really like to see here, because those are the kind of companies that really stand out, making life a little bit better,
yeah.
Right? Those are the things when they're close by, convenient, providing a quality service, then you can work it into your schedule and life is better.
Right? That's one of the great things that we've seen with a lot of these businesses is that it's providing services that are going to benefit the residents. It's not just some random thing that no one cares about, but it's businesses that are going to get patronized. It's things that are going to make life easier. So you're not having to drive to Saratoga Springs, to Lehigh, American Fork, and farther to be able to do some of these things. And that's really one of the fun things as the city continues to grow. I mean, that's a real game changer for the residents, is being able to have a lot more closer to home and a lot of things that are unique to the city as well. I think would be great assets for the city.
Definitely. And certainly there are going to be some people that are going to say, well, a spa, that's not really my thing. Why don't we have, fill in the blank of some business, some restaurant kind of thing. But this is all in the process of getting there, right?
Absolutely.
This all builds. And so every time there's a successful business that opens up, it opens the door for another one to come in. And so even with, say, in the restaurant side of things, the fast food is the first to come in. But once those get established and they're successful, and these other service businesses are bringing traffic, that's when the larger restaurants start to say, yeah, we need to be looking seriously at Eagle Mountain.
Absolutely. Momentum in economic development is huge. And when a business says, hey, this spot works, then others look at that and go, hey, McDonald's says Eagle Mountain works. Well, now we're going to start looking at it more and combine that with our population growth. That is when some of these larger businesses, where the sit-down restaurants, where they really take notice in order to come to an area. And so that momentum is huge in economic development, where it's not just one coming, but hey, maybe we're the first. Maybe it's not one that everyone wants or that we want something different, but hey, that one is going to make sure that this next guy can come in, and on and on. And that momentum really builds and drives that economic development forward.
And each one of those gives you an opportunity to tell the Eagle Mountain story.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people outside of the city don't know what's happening here. Sometimes even living here, it's hard to keep up, right?
It is.
But we're going to be 60,000 people here pretty quick.
Yeah,
so
it's absolutely unbelievable. And when we tell that message to different companies, they're all blown away, because there is still this perception that, oh, Eagle Mountain is just this really small town, middle of nowhere, about 20,000 people or so. And when we tell them, no, here's what the truth actually is, here's our growth, they're blown away, because no one expects that from where we are. But I mean, we're the 4th largest in the county, the 17th largest in the state. Eagle Mountain is a larger city when it comes to the population and the opportunities that are here. And that message is so critical for these businesses. Once they hear that, their interest is piqued, and they want to know more.
And plus, the city keeps trying to do everything we can for our small businesses.
Absolutely.
Right? And so, yeah, our Chamber of Commerce has the good fortune of having the support of some Fortune 100 companies that help to finance things and move it forward.
Yeah, no, our Chamber of Commerce has done amazing things here in the city, and there are incredible partners out in the business community that you've mentioned that make all these things possible, where the Chamber can offer a lot of educational events that other chambers can't because of some of the backing that our Chamber of Commerce has. And they can provide these opportunities for small businesses that others can't. Coming up, on September 10th, this Saturday, the Chamber is actually hosting our annual Shop Fest event, which has over 300 vendors planned. And that's incredible. 300 small businesses are going to be at Quarry Ride Park all day long, offering what they have for sale, for services, all these great things. And the Chamber is making that happen. And so our Chamber of Commerce has been an absolute game changer for our small businesses, who are such an important part of Eagle Mountain. I mean, they're about 80% of our businesses are small home-based businesses. And so it's great to be able to see a partner like the Chamber of Commerce come in and provide a lot of training and resources for those businesses.
Definitely. So yeah, Shop Fest Utah is going to be a big deal. So there's going to be businesses there. There's going to be entertainment. Yep. There's going to be food.
Food trucks galore.
All right. Remind us when that is.
It's this Saturday, September 10th, and it runs, I believe, starting at 8 a.m. and goes until about 8 p.m.
Great. We'll look forward to it. It is one of the bigger events here in Eagle Mountain.
Yep.
All right, yes. Okay. So anything else we should know about economic development here in Eagle Mountain?
Things are going great. It's an awesome success story out here in Eagle Mountain. Incredible to see the businesses that are coming, and there's a lot more in the works. And that's one thing. It never slows down. It's only speeding up in both opportunities, large and small.
Great. Well, thank you, Aaron, for being with us again.
Absolutely.
And thank you to our viewers for joining us. We'll see you again next time.